Hello and welcome to another planning appeal case study video. In this householder appeal in the Royal Borough of Greenwich in London, the proposal was to demolish an existing rear extension and construct a single-storey front, side and rear wraparound extension at a semi-detached property in Greenwich. The application was a resubmission of an earlier scheme and was intended to provide additional and improved living space for the applicant and their family. Greenwich Council refused permission on the 9th of February. The council considered that the combined extension, because of its size, bulk, scale and detailed design, would be bulky and unsympathetic addition to the property. Officers believed it would harm the character of the existing house and the surrounding area. A second refusal reason alleged that there were significant inaccuracies within the submitted drawings. The council argued that the plans did not provide a reliable representation of the proposed development and that it could not be certain that the extension would be constructed as intended. However, the officer's report also acknowledged several important points. The proposed front extension was considered acceptable and viewed on its own. Officers also accepted that the front and side elements would reflect similar development to an adjoining property and would not appear alien within the area. The council did not identify any unacceptable harm to the neighbouring living conditions, and the applicant attracted no objections from neighbouring properties. The issue was therefore whether the extension considered as a whole would be excessive and harmful to the local character. Our case addressed that issue directly. We explained that the area has a varied appearance with front, side and rear extensions in a range of designs and roof forms. Substantial extensions are already a common feature in the immediate area. Of particular relevance was an adjoining property which already had a front, side and rear additions. The proposed extension would be very similar in its scale and arrangement, helping to create a more balanced appearance across the pair of semi-detached houses. We also explained that the extension would remain clearly subordinate to the original two-storey house. It would be a single-storey use, matching materials and retaining the prominence of property's distinctive bay windows. The rear extension would have limited visibility from the street, while the proposed roof design and existing vegetation would further reduce its prominence. The council's concerns about the drawings were also considered in the appeal. A site visit took place on the 12th of May and the appeal was allowed on the 16th of June. Planning permission was granted subject to two conditions. These covered the standard 3-year commencement period and compliance with approved plans. The inspector found that the surrounding area had a varied character with hip to gable extensions, rear dormers and single side extensions in a range of different roof forms. The inspector also observed that the adjoining property had deeper and more extensive additions. As a result, the existing pair of houses already appeared disproportionate and unbalanced. Although elements of the proposal did not follow every recommendation in the council's design guidance, the inspector found that the extension would be similar in scale and design to the additions of the neighbouring property. Its modest height, matching materials and limited visibility meant it would remain proportionate and sympathetic as an addition. The inspector also found that the proposed front and side extensions would not overwhelm the house or undermine the prominence of its bay windows. The false pitch roof at the front would reflect the roof of the original house and its existing entrance canopy. In relation to the alleged inaccuracies, the inspector gave this matter limited weight. The drawings did not appear to contain the inaccuracies described by the council. In any event, if some drawn dimensions were smaller than the written measurements, this would result in a smaller extension and therefore reduce the visual impact. The proposed patio paving was also not considered sufficient to justify withholding permission. The inspector concluded that the development would not harm the character and appearance of the house or the surrounding area. There was just over 4 months between the council's refusal and the successful appeal decision. We offer a fully managed planning appeal service to our clients. We review the decision notice, officer report, supporting documents, prepare an appeal case and monitor deadlines and manage the process through to the decision. This case shows why refusal does not always have to be the end of the road. The council saw a bulky, unsympathetic extension supported by unreliable drawings. The appeal demonstrated a proportionate addition that responded positively to the neighbouring property and varied character of the street. If you have a similar project you would like us to look at, we offer a free, no obligation telephone consultation where we can discuss your project and explain your potential options and routes forward. To take advantage of our free, no obligation consultation, complete our quick inquiry form on our website, and you'll find that at www.planningappl.co.uk. planningappealsuk.com. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and we look forward to seeing you in another planning related video very soon. Bye for now.